Talk about the size of today, right? The Kentucky Oaks is the highest attended horse race in America after the Triple Crown races. I need to make sure I said that correctly.
Absolutely, and we can expect a lot of people to come out today, even with the rain. So that means you are going to want to do some things to avoid any potential delays. We don't want you standing out in a line in your poncho any longer than you have to be.
And you don't want that either.
No, you do not. Gates open at 9 a.m. on both Oaks Day and Derby Day. Everybody is subject to metal detector scans before entry to the track. So be prepared again for a little bit of a line. You're going to want to get ready for that. You can only bring one bag inside. It can't be any larger than 12 by 6 by 12. That means no large backpacks or duffel bags, anything like that. You don't want to bother with coolers, scooters, guns or knives, tripods, alcohol, or umbrellas of any size. None of those items are going to be allowed inside the track. We'll let you know if you're a parent that you can bring diaper bags or strollers. You do, though, need to be with your child while you have those. Anybody is allowed to bring in a water bottle if it is clear and sealed, so stay hydrated.
You should also keep in mind on-site parking passes are no longer on sale, but if you've already secured one, those lots are going to open up at 8 o'clock. Now listen closely to this. There's free parking at the Kentucky Expo Center with a shuttle to Churchill Downs, but only if you have reserved seating with front side access. So what that essentially means is it does not include the infield. The shuttle is going to start running at 7:30. Paid parking at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium is available to everyone. From there, you can make the short walk over to Churchill Downs. Those passes range anywhere from $40 to $200. Ride shares will be able for drop-off and pick-off, but only in the bronze lot of the stadium.
Now, we know there was a lot of details, a lot of information, and you want to know all of it, so we do have it posted online, along with some other important details on Oaks and Derby weekend safety precautions and road closures. You'll be aware of those. You'll see a lot more today than you did yesterday. Just go on over to WHAS11.com or open up our free WHAS 11 News app. Go ahead and look for this story.
It's 6:04 on this Oaks Day morning, and already two jockeys are recovering after their horses fell during a race at Churchill Downs. It happened during the second race yesterday. The horse Territoriality clipped an outside horse's hind heels, throwing off his rider, Irving Moncada. And then later in that race, Vostra struck another horse and lost jockey Emmanuel Giles. Both those horses were corralled by outsiders, or outriders rather, and walked back to the barns. Moncada and Giles were taken to a local hospital for further evaluation. Those horses were not hurt.
So with those injuries happening, there's extra scrutiny on track safety at the moment, especially if their 12 horses died during last year's spring meet, 2 on Derby Day. The National Thoroughbred Racing Association said it donated millions of dollars to help improve safety at the track, including supporting technologies which can detect a potential problem before it becomes an injury. The technology uses a sensor placed in the horse's saddle cloth prior to a race to analyze the gait of horses in race.
And the benefit of all of this rain are the flowers. Today, Kroger florists will create the Derby 150 Garland of Roses. You're invited to stop in and watch them do it. Work on the garland starts at 4 p.m. at the Middletown Kroger. You'll also have some food vendors there, some live music, and some magicians. You'll also be able to meet some of the jockeys if you show up there. If you can't go in person, there's still an option for you. You can watch it streamed on the Kentucky Derby's YouTube channel. Now, that's the roses. We also have to talk about the lilies. Today's winner of the Oaks race will win that garland of lilies.
Yeah, lilies for the fillies, as we like to say. And when we're watching and talking about the making of the Derby garland, that's something you get to do with the Oaks garland as well. It happened at Kroger yesterday. Florists there have been making both the garland of lilies and roses since 1991. They spend hours meticulously weaving the flowers together, each one with its own water vial. That's kind of what keeps them fresh. The lily garland has 145 flowers. It's almost 10 feet long when all is said and done. This colorful tradition drew in quite the crowd at the Kroger in Middletown.
Being able to see how the lilies actually go into the garland.
We'll sign you up for next year.
That's right, that's right. They're so beautiful. You know, the garland is approximately 20 pounds, and so it's really tremendous.
This is kind of a tradition for us. We come up here to Kroger each year to either see the lilies or we come and see the roses for Derby.
This year's Oaks purse is a record high $1.5 million, with $750,000 going to the winning horse.
And with this being such a big year for Oaks and Derby 150, it could set a milestone when it comes to economic revenue for the city. And some of that money is coming in not just from the track or the hotels, but from our local boutiques. We caught up with some shops as customers flocked to the dress racks and the tie racks looking for the perfect Oaks and Derby outfit.
This week it has been crazy due to Derby shoppers. Our sales have been crazy.
Brings in a lot of people, which makes it fun having the shop busy. So I would say we probably double, triple our sales.
That's not a bad deal at all, right? Louisville tourism officials expect today and tomorrow to fetch more than $400 million.